Hey everyone, welcome back to the Poplar Report. We got a lot of important updates to get out there. A lot of stuff just happened yesterday on Friday, so let's jump into it. Social Security apparently had its computer systems nationwide go down, and I'm sure they have their very best minds working on it right now. Other companies like Kroger and National Tire and Battery also lost their systems all on Friday. Possible human-to-human transfer of bird flu has the government ready to flex its new powers, and an anthrax report coming out of Wyoming. And we also have a heartwarming story of one of our community members being prepared when life threw a curveball at them. As they were saying, when you know that you'll be okay, that changes everything. That and more on today's Poplar Report. Welcome, I'm Steve Poplar, and these are your updates. So please do keep sending them in. Make sure you use the word update in your comment to get it to the right place, and give us some sort of geographical location if that's relevant to your comment. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people with retirement accounts to get out of stocks and bonds, which are getting pretty risky, aren't they? If you want to get your retirement set up in something safer like precious metals, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team and see if it's a good fit for you. There'll be a link at the end of the video. All right, yesterday, all Social Security offices closed. All the in-person Social Security offices closed after a nationwide systems outage. Additionally, all the online services were also down. The outage appears to have hit the financial support program around 4 a.m. Friday morning Eastern Standard. No word yet on whether the systems have been fixed. We'll have to see, I guess, on Monday if things are better or if they're still down. Hopefully that they're not doing a 9 to 5 on the repairs on the system. All right, so Jennifer says, Kroger Grocery called to cancel my click list because the computer system is down. When I asked how long, he said he doesn't know and that the outage is nationwide. Kroger is not a small company, so the fact that they have their ordering system down nationwide is kind of a big deal. My niece just told me National Tire and Battery just told her their system is down as well. My teenager just came home from school saying no computers the last 2 periods of the day. This is all Midwest Ohio. Speaking of Ohio, Renee says chemical explosion now. Akron, Ohio, near Kelly and Arlington. Evacuation in progress. So this was a fire at SMB Products in Akron, Ohio. People have now been allowed to return to their homes, but the fire is still burning, but there are environmental people out there testing the air, and apparently the air is safe. Of course, these are the same people that said that, the big train wreck over there was fine too, right? I don't know if I trust those people, but apparently they're saying it's safe enough to return and that the air quality is fine. Missouri has reported a human bird flu case with no known links to animals. This appears to be potentially the first human-to-human transfer that has been recorded of the bird flu, and that would be a big step if it is passing from one person to the next. So they're investigating that to see if that's the case and whether this is potentially a new strain or a strain that has adapted. Trump has his sentencing for his felony accounting error has been postponed to November 26th after the election. This is because 34 times he signed a document or a document was attached to his signature that was miscategorizing the payment to Stormy Daniels to not accuse him of certain things. And that's apparently 34 felony counts of fraud or something like that. Anyway, Moving on, a judge has now ordered RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s name off the ballots in North Carolina and Michigan. They're going to have to reprint the ballots in North Carolina because basically the Democrat run election boards were refusing to take his name off. But a judge has now ordered that they have to do it, right? So that's going to make potentially a big difference in North Carolina and Michigan. Wisconsin still has RFK's name on the ballot, and the bureau people over there are refusing to take his name off, even though he's requested it. TJ says, Texas update. I received this notification late last night. The city of Grand Prairie, now this is in Texas, right? I already said that, has issued a do not use water advisory, meaning affected customers should have zero contact with the tap water. This is just south of Dallas, Texas, and apparently there was fire suppression chemicals got into the water supply, and then it got into the tap water. And that's not something that they're really prepared to filter out. And so they've tested the tap water and found that the chemicals for fire suppression had somehow gotten into the tap water. And that's why they're telling everyone to stop drinking the tap water. Not only that, but they're not even supposed to shower with the water or anything that comes in contact with them person until they can flush the water out of the systems. I'm not sure how long that's going to take. That may be a bit of an issue. That's not a boil advisory, right, either, because you can't boil that out. The chemicals in the water is another thing. They're either going to have to dilute it or purge it out somehow. I'm not sure how that all works, but smart people are on it. Texas will get it figured out, I'm sure. Moving down to Troy. Here in southeast Kentucky, my homeowner's insurance is going up 39.19% for next year. Same amount of insurance with no claims. You sign up for a fixed 30-year mortgage and your mortgage payment still increases, same as renting, because of increases from insurance and property taxes. Property taxes are just government's way of reminding us that we're renting our properties from the government. That's my commentary on it. Yeah. If that makes you mad, good. You're understanding, okay? If you're mad, then you're understanding what's going on there. We're really actually just slaves. Remember that Pharaoh enslaved the nation of Egypt? This was before Israel, was left, and then after Israel left. The Egyptian government enslaved their population by enacting a 10% tax. So, do you pay 10% tax? Does that make you a slave? That's a good question. Anyway, Witchy Woman says, anthrax in Wyoming. Let's talk about this. A number of people are talking about this out there. All right, a moose got anthrax and died. More than 50 cattle were killed by the anthrax outbreak in Wyoming. Now, anthrax has not been documented to have killed any animals in Wyoming since the 1970s. But it does occur naturally in the soil. This isn't like some unnatural thing, right? Now, we hear anthrax and we're thinking about like letters and stuff like that, right? Anthrax is used that way and can be weaponized like that, but it is naturally occurring. It's a spore-forming bacteria that has, in recent years, killed cattle and such in the Dakotas, Canada, Texas, and other places. Okay, so it's not nefarious necessarily. It's hard to say exactly what causes the bacteria, anthrax, to sprout up and in certain places. It's suggested that maybe after a long, prolonged drought, and then a heavy rain, that's what causes it to get the spores on top of grass that the cattle may eat or something like that. But basically, this is a freak natural occurrence or like a lightning strike, and it's not going to like spread or something like that. I mean, the powder was on stuff that they ate, and that's how they got it. It's not. It is contagious, but it's not like really contagious. It's very easy to contain. So it's not like this is going to be an epidemic or something like that. They just need to keep the cattle from eating the grass on wherever field that was that happened on. Anyway, moving on. Kevin says, Erie, Pennsylvania, 2 dozen egg limit per day at Sam's Club. Janet, GV vegetable oil. In 2022, this is interesting. In 2022, the highest prices was like $5 a gallon. Now it's $9.14. 2% inflation. GV sugar was around 40 to 50 cents per pound. Now it's 81 cents per pound. Friends, believe your gut because it's usually right compared to government statistics, right? You who are buying groceries out there, you're interacting with real prices, you know what's going on, okay? The government, they couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag with their statistics, right? Melanie says, junior high school up the road from me has no milk for school breakfast and lunches. They won't get any more until next week. They're only serving sugar water or juice boxes. I'm just west of St. Louis in Missouri. So that's disconcerting. They can't source milk, apparently. That's not an unusual product to try to find. Milk is generally available to the human population, at least in the United States. So that seems kind of odd. Sounds like a government that can't get its act together. You could send somebody down to the local Costco or Sam's Club and go buy a bunch, right? Anyway, Nashville Pasta Man. I expect my wife to be laid off this week. While she was sad, I told her I've been prepping since 2020. We don't have to go to the grocery store for the next 18 months with 4 deep freezers full, a good emergency fund, and more. No one likes to get laid off, but the freedom that you feel when you know that you will be okay changes everything. P.S. My daughter has been checking for silver coins for the last 4 years in the coin stars. She has a bag full of junk silver. Anyone can do it. Couple coins at a time. We talked about that before. It's something you can do when you're at the grocery store. If you see a coin star, go by and swipe that little rejection bin because sometimes it's got some silver coins. You might find plastic coins or foreign coins, but you never know what you'll find. And people just they just want to get rid of the coins anyway, and they don't want to take the rejects oftentimes. So, Granny Shell says, I live in South Dakota. And I went to the grocery store yesterday and found some Knorr rice packets on sale for 89 cents each. I asked a store employee why they were on sale since the expiration date wasn't until 2026. She said that they were discontinuing them. She said she thought it was because they couldn't get rice anymore. Probably not the case, but needless to say, I have a ton of these packets now. Friends, when you see something go on sale, discounted, sometimes it's because they're going to be pulling those off the shelf and they're not going to be replacing them. And if you see them discounted and you usually buy them, buy extras. Please, I can't tell you how many times I saw something and I was like, that's a really good deal. And then I bought like a couple of them. And then I went back there days later and just like, they were gone completely. And it's just like, I should have just got more. When they're on sale, you question yourself. But when they're not on sale anymore, you just kick yourself, right? You have regrets. If the food won't go bad, just get extra, right? All right, friends, please do keep your updates coming in. Let us know what you guys are seeing, where you are, and we'll keep you as up to date on what's going on out there in the world and across the United States, as well as other places, as best we can. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. You just click right there on the screen, or if you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, you can click right there on the screen right there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report.